Hey guys, welcome back to Boss from Home Jobs. So if you are looking for a remote job, but you're not quite sure which opportunities are actually worth applying for, today I have three to show you guys today. These are going to be three remote positions that could be worth taking a closer look at, especially if you have some experience in different areas like administration, customer service, or even problem solving. So today we are looking at things like the compensation, what someone in each position would actually be doing on a day-to-day basis, who each position may be a good fit for, and just a few resume tips to help you present your experience a lot more effectively. And just a quick reminder, when I say beginner friendly, that doesn't necessarily mean that no experience, no work experience, or no qualifications are required in each job. So as always, I will point those requirements out as we go because you always want to make sure that you meet the qualifications before you actually apply. So with that being said, let's get into the three remote opportunities that you may want to add to your job search today. All right, so let's get into the first job. And this one here is for a remote credentialing coordinator position with Trinity Health. So if you're interested in healthcare administration, this one may be worth taking a closer look at. This is a full-time day shift position. So a person within this position, in simple terms, they are making sure that healthcare providers have the documentation and the information that's needed to complete the credentialing process. So this person is spent doing a lot of collecting, verifying information, maintaining provider records, entering data, reviewing files, following up on any missing documentation, and also communicating with applicants and other organizations. So this person may also help with re-credentialing and also making sure that applications are completed accurately and within the required timeline. So when I take a look at this position, it looks like it's great for someone who enjoys being organized, detail oriented, and someone who's comfortable working with computer systems, records, and administrative processes. So it could be a good fit for someone who is interested in healthcare administration without working directly with the patients. I do want to point out that this is not a completely no experience required position. Trinity Health lists out 2 years of post high school education, training, or experience as the minimum qualification. So an associate degree within health administration or a related field is preferred, and 1 year of healthcare experience is also listed here too. So the company also mentions experience with databases and Windows-based software, along with strong communication, organization, analytical, and problem-solving skills. So when I say beginner friendly here, I mean that this could be approachable for someone who is more new to this type of work of healthcare administration, but you still want to make sure that you meet the qualifications before you apply. So when we talk about qualifications, I just want to mention here a tip that I want you to remember for this particular job here. And honestly, almost any job you apply for, all right? Don't just copy the job description into your resume. I say that a lot, but if an employer wants someone who's organized, experienced with maybe data entry, you want to show them an example of when you actually used those skills in the past. So for example, instead of just writing data entry or I did data entry or whatever, you want to say something that really expands your experience and shows them what you did, how you provided value. So, for example, entered or even maintained accurate records while meeting established deadlines and confidentiality requirements, right? That's just a good start. Even better if you throw in some numbers of how many records, that's a lot more stronger because you're showing how you use the skill instead of just listing a keyword, right? So that's enough for job number one. Let's get into the next opportunity. All right, so just a quick pause before we get into the next job. So if you have ever thought about maybe creating your very own product products or even starting a small brand from home, I just want to quickly mention Printify. So today's sponsor is Printify. If you don't know who they are a print-on-demand platform that lets you create custom products like custom t-shirts, mugs, tote bags, and other merchandise, even blankets and pillowcases, all without having to buy a bunch of inventory up front. So you can choose a product, add your own design, and use Printify to handle the printing and shipping when someone places an order. So maybe you're a creative person, maybe you are building a personal brand online, or maybe you've been thinking about maybe testing out a product idea. Printify is definitely a tool worth checking out. So I will leave all the information down below if you want to maybe take a look at Printify, see what it looks like to have your very own logo or design on a t-shirt, a mug, a tote bag. I'm telling you, it's a lot of fun. And just remember, like any business idea, the results are not guaranteed, and it does take work to build an audience and, make those sales eventually. But anyways, if you're interested in diving into Printify today for free, check out the information down below. Okay, so job number 2. This is a remote account coordinator position with BookBub, which is a company that helps readers discover books while also helping publishers and authors promote their books. So I wanted to include this one because it's specifically described as an early career opportunity, which makes it a potentially good option if you're looking to get your foot in the door in business development, account management, or publishing industry. So in this position as the account coordinator, this person is supporting BookBub's account managers and helping coordinate promotional campaigns for major publishing clients. So that could include helping submit and schedule out promotions, coordinating campaigns with different internal teams, preparing reports, presentations, doing research and analysis, and also helping account managers prepare for client meetings and calls. So a person in this position is also learning the BookBub's different marketing products and developing an understanding of the publishing industry and what their clients need. So in simple terms, this person is helping the account management team keep their client campaigns organized and also running smoothly. The salary is listed here, and it all depends upon different factors like where you're located, your experience levels, and other factors. They also include many other benefits, medical, dental, vision. It's basically a good fit for someone who has strong written and verbal communication skills, excellent attention to detail, the ability to multitask, and someone who can work independently while also collaborating with a team. This person should also be comfortable with research, analysis, and interested in both business strategy and the publishing industry. And so one detail before you get a little too excited, the remote flexibility is currently limited to candidates who are located within the Massachusetts area. So the company does say that their employees can choose a predominantly remote, hybrid, or in-office setup, but they are only considering candidates who live in the Massachusetts area for this particular role. They do have a website that features many other remote roles, so definitely go ahead and check that out. This is a great example of why you should always read the location requirements, because applying to the job that just says it's remote could mean, okay, remote within a certain area. So overall, if you are in Massachusetts, you're looking for early career remote opportunities, such as this one, which focuses on account coordination, business development, or publishing. This could be a job that could be worth looking closer at. And the application process includes a resume review, introductory phone or video conversation, a take-home exercise, and additional conversations with the hiring team, as they note here. So just something to take note of as well. As always, make sure that you review this entire posting and confirm the requirements, before you go ahead and jump in and apply. And this one is with American Airlines, and it is a remote home-based position for people within the DFW Fort Worth area. So this role here is called the representative customer experience escalation and resolution. And basically, the focus here is essentially on helping resolve more complicated customer complaints and service issues. So someone within this role is investigating customer complaints, including complaints that involve discrimination or making outbound calls to customers, gathering information from different departments, reviewing the facts, and also helping to determine the appropriate resolutions. So this person could also recommend or administer customer compensation when it is appropriate, and also work with other teams to resolve service failures, right? So this is definitely more than a basic customer service position. This person here is doing investigation, problem solving, documentation, and customer resolution work. So it's a great fit for someone who has a little experience in customer service, working as a part of a team, especially if you're comfortable handling difficult or sensitive situations. American Airlines requires a high school diploma or a GED, along with at least 2 years of customer service experience and 2 years of experience in a role involving team interaction and goals for this particular role. They also want candidates who are comfortable with Microsoft Office, have strong analytical problem-solving skills, and can work through time-sensitive or complex issues. Experience within airline industry or customer relations, it's only preferred but not required, and a bachelor's degree is not listed as required either. So this is a home-based position. The posting does say that training will include virtual and in-person training beginning on your date of hire. So make sure that you read those training requirements carefully before you go ahead and apply. And so those are the 3 remote jobs I wanted to share with you guys today. If any of these positions sounds like a good match for your specific experience, do make sure that you review the job posting entirely and make sure that you are applying on the official careers page of each company. And if you found this video to be helpful, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, because I will keep bringing you guys more real remote opportunities to check out as I find them. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions or suggestions, do leave them down below in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the next video on Tuesday.